Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this Hearthstone deck guide video, I'm going to take a look at Silas OTK Warrior. Silas OTK Warrior is one of the most viable control style decks at the moment, although it does have that combo finisher. However, I played this deck for several hours and I actually didn't win a single game with the combo during that time. So while the combo exists, and if you find the right matchups, if you find some slow matchups, yeah, combo is good. But for the most part, you're going to win games with this by playing as a control deck. Pulling off the combo actually requires some preparation, because the combo requires you to have a bunch of armor. And how do you get armor? Well, you get armor by playing Risk Skipper and Armorsmith, and making a copy of that Armorsmith with Bloodstone Mercenary, and maybe making another copy of that Armorsmith with Bloodstone Mercenary, so then you'll have a lot of Armorsmiths, a lot of armor gain, clear up some boards. That's typically your preparation turn for your combo turn, but of course the same combination can be used in various ways during any other game. Against aggro decks, just getting some armor, together with Battle Rage, drawing some cards, just a lot of options there. As for the combo itself, you play Soulbound Ashtongue, then you give that to your opponent with Silas Darkmoon, and then you shield slam the Soulbound Ashtongue to deal as much damage to the face as you have armor. So for games where you're planning to pull off your combo, you need to hold on to these pieces. You have two shield slams in the deck, so you can use one, but you would need to hold on to the other, and then the Ashtongue and Silas. However, in the current meta, which is fairly aggressive, don't be afraid to use your combo pieces. Don't be afraid of winning the game as a control deck. You can use both of your shield slams. You can use Silas to steal something important from the opponent. That's totally fine. It's all about recognizing, okay, am I in a matchup against like a slow control deck where I can just amass that armor, kill them with the combo, and boom, that's game. Or am I in a matchup against a very aggressive deck where most likely I'm just going to win if I get enough armor and enough removal. Remember that even if you're not going to pull off the combo, you can still use Soulbound Ashtongue with Silas Darkmoon so that you can give Soulbound Ashtongue to your opponent and grab something in return with Silas. If you're not going to win the game with the combo, you have other ways to win. You have Rattlegore in the deck, you have Kargat Bladefist in the deck, and those Bloodstone Mercenaries, they can be used to gain armor, but they can also be used to make copies of Rattlegore, they can sometimes be used to make copies of Kargat Bladefist, so there are some interesting alternatives. As for the mulligans with this deck, the card that you're always looking for is Ankar. Ankar is great in every matchup, it pulls those pirates from your deck, just a phenomenal card. Sword Eater is also good in the majority of matchups, gets you something on the board, of taunt, gives you a weapon, very useful. After those it starts to depend a little, like keeping Risk Skipper is good in some of the more aggressive matchups, especially if you can find an Armorsmith to go with that, and keeping Brawl is useful against some of the token decks like Druid especially. But first and foremost you're looking for that Ankar, then Sword Eater, and after that you try to see what you got. Now, let's go take a look at Silas OTK Warrior in action. And if you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my Twitch where I live stream Hearthstone. Well, I have to assume Gibbelings, although Guardian Druids are also seeing more play right now. Yeah, Darkmoon, I agree, I don't think the deck was well built. I'm not claiming that the deck was well built, I have said totally the contrary, that it is not well built deck. This is going to be a Gibbeling deck. I think I can afford to go into Quartermaster here. Missed, it will take another turn before Skipper can be used with Barrow. But there are other ways to do things. Now I actually have like Barrow and Lackey. Also for 4 mana. So I may be able to do Skipper play to clear the board some other way. We'll see. Rising Winds for the minion. For the card. Okay, that was surprising. Thought they would have wanted some tempo, but apparently they think tempo is overrated. Fine. Now a couple of board clears here, but there are plenty more in the deck. Glowfly Swarm. That's a pretty big Glowfly Swarm. I guess I have to kill it, right? Is the Barrow and the Lackey? Is that the cleanest way to do it? Barrow and the Lackey can also clear really big boards. I can't just leave them up because they might just kill me immediately. Then there's the Skipper Barrow. It's got to be the Barrow and Lackey. This has got to be this one. It's not great, but we'll see. Because if they get a board with more health, I can't handle that very easily. But on the other hand, I really didn't have many alternatives here. That's a good Sword Eater. Let's play that and kill one of the minions. One will still remain, of course. But the higher I get on mana, the better my skipper turns can be. Is it going to be a double arbor up now? Yep, it is. That's a little tough, of course. Well, Blade Storm kills most of them. I could kill the rest with the Skipper. But I don't have to. I can just kill one with the sword here. Try to save a little bit so that I could try to do a battle rage with the Skipper. Now I've seen the Arbor ups, I've seen one of the Glowfly Swarms. There's still the Gibbelings left. And another Glowfly Swarm, of course, and there's still a few things. At least assume it's going to be Gibbeling deck. And the Power of the Wild. Yeah. For 5 mana. Yeah, what can I do? I need more cards, so I need to get a Battle Rage out there. Copy of the Swordsmith, or copy of the Skipper? Copy of the Skipper, I believe.
Your flaws are your strength.
Then I get to draw 4 cards. Okay. This should be good enough to keep me alive here. One minion. How many buffs can they have for that? What if they have like triple Savage Roar or something? That would be lethal damage actually. Triple Savage Roar would be. Double isn't. But I mean Solar Eclipse into Savage Roar would be lethal damage here. I just didn't have any way to prevent that. No. So let's hope they don't have that. I don't think there are any other ways for them to have lethal immediately here. Manifestations, okay. Totally fine with that. Totally fine with everything going on here. Soul of the Forest. I don't think I mind that one too much either, though. A Bulwark of Azimuth. That's interesting. So we can hit over there. Did I need to play the Armorsmith? No, I didn't have enough mana to play the Armorsmith, so it's okay. Hit over there. Play the Sword Eater. Hit over there. And Blade Storm those away. Alright, so we survived the Soul of the Forest, but there's still Gibbelings left. And there's still one Glowfly Swarm left. I'm slightly concerned. If they run Solar Eclipse, they might run 2 copies, and then they could do like triple Roar. And triple roar is something that can get a little scary too. That roar, on the other hand, is not that scary. That means they only have double roar after this one left. At most. Yeah, one roar gun is excellent news. 2, 4, 6, 7 damage there. I'm gonna have the brawl option. I could also cutting class if I brawl. I like that. Cutting class. Let's draw a couple of cards here. And I'll just brawl. Then I can trade and I can also armor up. I can kill that minion and then I can also armor up. So I believe we are running them out of damage here. Wouldn't Deathwing be easy clear? Yeah, but Deathwing will be better clear for what they can do afterwards. This was more optimal because there are positions where Brawl is awkward. Leaving one minion alive could be bad for me. And Deathwing is going to be full clear. So Deathwing is better than the Brawl. When I can use a less valuable clear spell over a more valuable clear spell, I will use the less valuable one first. So here I can drop the Deathwing. Might as well play an Armsmith out there. They have one Glowfly Swarm left, but they don't have a lot of one Gibbling left. They don't have a lot of spells in hand. So, like, if I spent the Deathwing first, then how do I clear the next board? Probably not a Sword Eater. Would I keep a Sword Eater? Nah. But I mean, it's absolutely not going to be more than that. No way. A Secret Rogue. That's intriguing. Alright. Let's draw some cards. They get to draw some cards, fine. Murphy is actually pretty annoying. Bulwark is totally useless here, being chipped with tiny amounts of damage. Can't Blade Storm anything either. 9 cards in hand, so we wait. And we wait. I have like a Skipper Armsmith mercenary turn possible. Would need to kill the Hanar. So they're prepping a Mage Secret. So if they manage to pick up counter spell, then of course life becomes more difficult. Or Spellbender. The safest would probably be the Brawl. I would have 66% to kill the Hanar with a Brawl. There are no Hunter Secrets. So Kargat can kill the Hanar. No Hunter Secrets, no Paladin Secrets. So this can always kill the Hanar. That is unavoidable. So it's Dirty Tricks, probably. The Mage Secret could be a counter spell. I have a coin that I can use to proc it. Maybe. Could of course be like a Netherwind Portal too. Just important to get rid of the Hanar there. No Rogue Secret, so quite likely for there to be a Plagiarize at this point. Need to be a little bit careful about that. Plagiarize is almost certainly going to be there. So what kind of cards do I want to give them, and what kind of cards do I not want to give them? They can also be a counter spell. So kind of have to spend the coin. I could do something silly like double shield slam here. They might not be able to use those shield slams. That gets through the counter spell. I don't expect them to have any big minions. And I do expect there to be a plagiarize. As the plagiarize, so congratulations, you are now the proud owner of a shield slam. Which can be of course used to activate combo effects, even though it cannot deal damage unless they find armor somewhere.
What makes something real?
Gendies comes in time for my skipper. Got some pretty good minions from Gendies though. Then all the reborns and everything too. Throwing away a secret passage. That's surprising. Oh, they wanted a shadow step. I see what you did there. They wanted a shadow step for more value. That's fine. I suppose I can brawl this board, right? I suppose so. What if they actually have Edwin in that deck? That sort of big things. And Bladestorm's just fairly futile with Mermy out there. Going with double armor smiths just isn't quite what I want to do yet. I guess I'll just brawl this. I lose the brawl. I really lose the brawl. The worst case scenario happened. It was unlikely, but possible. That wrapped golem. I have to drop a Deathwing into that. I could also Bulwark and Bladestorm. Then they will have a 7/1 wrapped golem. Maybe I will get to do... yeah. They might have a Bamboozle. They didn't. And I'll Bladestorm those away. This is acceptable. Trying to prep for a skipper turn. There's still the risk of an Edwin. We'll see, that could hurt me. That is still possible. Yep, Bulwark tanks some hits there. That's nice. Oh. Curious. Curious moves. What if there is an ambush there? Ambush could very well be the secret. That's quite likely even. So I'll play Deathwing into the ambush. That sucks. 7, 8, 9 damage. I might just take the damage for a while here. Just draw a little. 9 cards in hand. Okay. I can afford to take a bit of damage here. That's still fine.
Care to make a wager, friend?
Is the huge Edwin coming? Oh, there's Wand Thieves. More random stuff. I'm quite... oh dear, the Wand Thieves Mage Secret. That could get ugly, right? So I'm quite convinced that the secret is an ambush. The main secret. But if there's an entity in addition to the ambush, well, it's time to go anyway.
I'll show you who's boss.
We trigger the ambush. Then play an Armsmith out there. Get rid of the 1/1s. And then I'm going to play the coin. So that I will proc if there's an Element Portal or a counter spell. That Netherwind Portal minion though was slightly bigger than the minions that I anticipated to get from there. So it was not wholly as I hoped this would go. But the barrow top deck will at least save me. Okay. Hi, Mad Murdoch. Well, I have another Armor Smith left, I have another Skipper left, but I have another Bloodstone Mercenary left. So I can get another big chunk of armor later in this game. Oh, and they are giving up on that one. In order to do yet another Gen Ds. Fine, fine. Have they found another Shadow Step? I don't have any pirates left in the deck, so... Oh, a Kargat Prime. That one's pretty sweet too. And Deathwing could kill these. That's 10 damage on the board. I think Deathwing is the safest move here. Let's just Deathwing them down now that there are no secrets up. Deathwing will just take them down. I think that's okay.
Care to make a wager, friend?
Alright. Once more into the fray. Edwin is still left, right? There ran Keywood and Ivory in the deck. That's a big surprise. Didn't see that coming.
Make it double.
Give me that. Not what I want.
Okay. A rogue secret, eh? What if it's another plagiarize? I don't want to give them Red Gore, right? I don't really. No. Giving them Red Gore feels a little awkward. Because there's definitely a plagiarize left. No pirates left in the deck, no pirates. They have one Shadow Step left too. They could get the key warden back. I believe it's a plagiarize. So now they have access to Ankar and Shield Slam. Thanks to the 2 plagiarizes. Oh, they have 2 copies of Potion of Illusion. So they can play... Oh, they can get so many. That Potion of Illusion is actually pretty good there. But now they can't really empty the hand effectively here, but they're going to get so much value. That's a little tough. Hi Dave, what are your thoughts on the meta after the mini set? Well, I mean... The meta is very hostile to control decks. So I don't like it that much. But it's a Hearthstone meta like many others. They have a bunch of Keywood and Ivories in their hand now. How about that? They're going to get so much value from those cards. They might even find a way to handle Red Gore. They might. We'll worry about that one then. So, they have a bunch of Keywood and Ivories. If they can find... What? Plague of Death, right? No, Plague of Death is not a dual class card. Devolving Missiles. Devolving Missiles is the card that they're looking for. If they can find Devolving Missiles, they're all good.
Make it double. I didn't ditch class to get second place.
They're trying to find it now. I mean, Rattlegore forces them to look for it. We'll see how it goes. And they will have more Brain Freezes. Fine with that. If they find more Potions of Illusion, and they just generate endless Ivories, then that could be a problem. Got Soul Shares, fine. Oh, they also have Miscreants. Okay. This is going to be Kagat Prime to kill the Miscreant. I could also just like brawl, but they still have an Edwin left, right? I still need something to handle the Edwin, do I not? Have I seen all the Ivory spells? There's another Brain Freeze and there's another... that Soul Shard. Yeah, maybe this is just Kagat Prime. Killing off that one. Armoring up a little. This is fine. I still want that Bloodsaw Mercenary with the Armorsmith, ultimately. They have only 3 real cards in the deck, 2 of them are Soul Fragments, so I have an advantage in fatigue at the moment. Shadow Stepping. So more Keymaster Ivories. Can they find the Devolving Missiles now? I think I saw all the Ivory spells, so they didn't have a Devolving Missiles before this turn. Then something that I don't know. Okay, that was the Brain Freeze. What is that card that they got? I still don't know that one Ivory card that they have in 2 copies. That's still an unknown at this point. Raised Dead. Okay. So they have 2 copies of Raised Dead. Fine. They actually did have a Devolving Missiles. I didn't realize that. Okay, then they have some Raised Deads and... yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. If I brawl this board though, and then they play the Edwin, I have Silas left in the deck. I might be able to steal the Edwin. Let's see what happens when I brawl this board. Hey, that's a good win. That's the way, I like it. And they're saying incredible after they have played five copies of 5 copies of Keywood and Ivory. And then they're salty about losing 1 brawl. How about that? Oh dear, I lose a Sword Eater. That is unfun. Didn't realize they had a flick there. Okay. Scarab from the Raisted. But they still have another Raisted left. It's time to grab a chunk of armor, right? So I don't think that's necessary yet. I will do it like this. I think this is fine. Put some damage on that rogue. They have 1 real card left in their deck. 1 real card. Had 1 soul fragment. They have a Devolving Missiles in hand. They have a Soul Share in hand. Let's see. Okay, well that specific card means that they're not going to fatigue. Okay, that was great. Great card to randomly discover, I suppose. I wasn't expecting that. That can definitely make my life harder. Unless I trade. I think I'm trading.
The Darkmoon Faire! Adventure and excitement await!
Let's trade. How about I take the Rustwicks and you get the Quartermaster? Well, there were only 2 cards left in the deck, so that wasn't very unlikely to be available to me. They have Devolving Missiles. I know they have Devolving Missiles, so they can destroy this. But that's unlikely to matter. Although, more keyword and ivory cards. If they can pick up, let's see, and a mage spell. And here comes the devolving missiles now. Yeah, I know that. But the most important part was not to let them have it. What is that keyword and ivory card that they have in 2 copies there? Ah, an adorable infestation. Okay. And that was just a scarab. So they have 1 mage spell there. Was this the moment where we do more armor smithing?
Your flaws are your strength.
Get some armor going. And ultimately, we win the absolutely silly game. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.